Now, the ANC in KwaZulu-Natal says while Siboniso Duma's actions during the 110th commemoration of King Dinuzulu were unfortunate, they are only sorry that their chairperson acted in the presence of President Cyril Ramaphosa, King Misuzulu, kaZwelithini, and Premier Nomusa Dube-Ncube. The party has resolved to accompany Duma to the royal palace to apologize to the king. Newzroom Afrika's Mnyandu reports.
Digging in its heels, KwaZulu-Natal ANC says the traditional prime minister position is not catered for in the constitution. The provincial secretary says they do not recognize the position of Reverend Buthelezi. He accuses Buthelezi of confusing his caps when addressing the public.
We plead to the traditional prime minister. We know he is young. We know his ambitions. But he must never be tempted to use the position to score cheap political points or drag the throne of the Zulu nation to party politics. Because that, I can assure you, won't be tolerated.
However, KwaZulu-Natal ANC says it will accompany its chairperson to His Majesty to plead forgiveness.
We want to come as the ANC, as you know the customs and our culture. What has happened in KwaXeza was not supposed to happen in your presence and the presence of the president and the premier and the Amakhosi. As you know the culture, we are coming to you to bow to you and apologize, for which he agreed and welcomed it.
Meanwhile, chairperson of the House of Traditional and Khoisan leaders in KwaZulu-Natal resolved that Duma should meet Amakhosi before he can visit King Misuzulu.
As Amakhosi, as the people who are protecting the throne of Ingonyama, we are here to talk about this so that when Mr. Duma and his delegation are going to Isilo, he will come first to the Amakhosi and then we'll take him to the Isilo.
The Deputy Amazulu Traditional Prime Minister appeals to the government to respect the position of Traditional Prime Minister.
We appeal to the government that His Majesty the King announced the Traditional Prime Minister, so all the government officials and the government itself must accept that His Majesty the King is the only one who announced the Traditional Prime Minister. So if we all do that, we'll make sure that there is peace, there is harmony. We know that, as they are saying, in the constitution of the province or in the constitution of the republic, there is no traditional prime minister, but culturally there is traditional prime minister, and we are the Zulus. We need to respect that.
For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I am Ntando Mnyandu at Ulundi in northern KwaZulu-Natal.